Picture this, a truck stop somewhere deep in the middle of the country, mid-January, 2 a.m. in the night. Rows of semi-trucks sit parked side by side, snow piled high around the tires, exhaust freezing the moment it hits the ground. Across the parking lot, a hotel sign glows through the darkness, warm rooms, hot showers, free coffee waiting inside the lobby. And inside those trucks, dozens of drivers are getting ready to spend the entire night in their cabs. Outside, it is minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Cold enough to freeze exposed skin in under 30 minutes, cold enough to turn simple exposure into real danger. And still, those drivers could walk across that lot right now. They have the money, they have the time, nobody is stopping them. But they don't go. And that's what most people never stop to think about. Choosing a freezing metal cab over a heated hotel room isn't desperation, it's deliberate. To understand it, there are three things you need to see clearly: why they stay, what keeps them alive inside, and the part that surprises almost everyone. By the end of this, you will never look at a parked rig in winter the same way again. At first, most people assume it's about money, but it isn't. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median annual wage for heavy and tractor-trailer drivers in May 2024 was $57,440. Long-haul drivers typically earn between $55,000 and $70,000, and experienced specialists can make over $90,000. A hotel room costs $100 to $150 a night. So the math simply doesn't explain it. The first real reason is physical reality. A standard tractor-trailer is around 70 to 75 feet long, that's nearly 2.5 school buses lined up end to end. Most hotel parking lots are not built for that size. There's no wide enough entrance, no proper space, no safe turning radius. In many cases, the truck itself determines where the driver can even stop. That means the driver doesn't always choose where to sleep, the truck does. Then comes the legal side. A long-haul driver is responsible for cargo worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, electronics, pharmaceuticals, food, and critical factory parts. That responsibility doesn't pause when the engine shuts off. It continues through every rest period. Leaving a trailer in an unsecured place can violate contracts and even risk cargo insurance coverage. So walking away isn't always an option. But here's where everything shifts. Even if hotel parking was easy, even if cargo wasn't a concern, most experienced winter drivers still wouldn't leave their cab. Because what's actually happening inside that truck at night, once you understand it, is nothing like what most people imagine. But before we get there, you need to understand the real problem first. A semi-truck cab is built mostly from steel, and steel behaves very differently in extreme weather. It conducts heat efficiently, which is exactly why a metal spoon gets hot in a drink while a wooden one doesn't. The difference is massive. Steel has a thermal conductivity of around 50 W per meter Kelvin, while wood is roughly 0.10. That means steel can transfer heat nearly 500 times faster. In practical terms, that turns a truck cab into a heat loss machine. Without any heating system running, the warmth inside can disappear in less than an hour in extreme cold. At 20 or 30 below zero, it stops being about comfort, it becomes a survival problem unfolding minute by minute. So the obvious solution seems simple: just keep the engine running through the night. The engine produces heat, the cab stays warm, and everything is fine. But it's not that simple. Across the United States and Canada, anti-idling laws have been in place for years. In states like California, heavy-duty truck idling is limited to just 5 minutes, and more than 30 states enforce similar rules, often with fines that can reach thousands of dollars per violation. These laws were created to reduce emissions and noise, but they apply at truck stops too. And even without the laws, there's another issue: cost. A diesel engine at idle burns about 0.8 gallons per hour. Over a 10-hour rest break at roughly $3.80 per gallon, that's around $30 just to keep the cab warm for one night. Over a year on the road, that can add up to over $8,000 in fuel just for idling. So drivers end up stuck between two problems: a metal cab that loses heat incredibly fast, and regulations that make the most obvious solution impractical or illegal in many places. And that exact pressure is what forced a different kind of solution to exist. Inside almost every modern long-haul truck, there's a small device, about the size of a showbox, hidden within the frame. It connects directly to the truck's fuel system, has its own ignition, its own thermostat, and runs completely separate from the main engine. Most people drive past them every day without even noticing. It's called a diesel bunk heater. The leading names behind it are Webasto, founded in Germany in 1901, and Eberspacher, founded in 1865. Their technology evolved over decades, and by the mid-20th century, engine-independent heating systems started becoming practical. Today, these heaters are standard equipment across long-haul trucks in North America. And the efficiency difference is striking. A Webasto Air Top 2000 STC, one of the most common bunk heaters, burns only about 0.03 to 0.06 gallons of diesel per hour. That means a single gallon of fuel can deliver up to 20+ hours of continuous heat. Compared to the engine's 0.8 gallons per hour at idle, the bunk heater uses roughly 20 times less fuel for the same job. Over a single winter night, that's the difference between spending around $30 in fuel, or closer to $1.50. Multiply that across an entire year, and the savings become massive. And just when you think that's the full solution, there's another level above it. Because the bunk heater is only the standard setup. Some trucks go further, far beyond that. They use something called an APU. An auxiliary power unit is essentially a small secondary engine mounted on the truck's frame. It has its own fuel system, cooling, and electrical output. And unlike the main engine, it's designed specifically to power the cab efficiently without running full idle. It can support heating, air conditioning, lights, charging systems, and more, all independently. A modern APU can power almost everything inside the cab: heating, air conditioning, refrigerator, microwave, lights, laptops, and charging ports. It burns roughly 0.2 to 0.3 gallons of diesel per hour, still a fraction of main engine idling while delivering full comfort and electrical output. But here's the question almost nobody thinks about. What happens when it fails? Picture this. It's 3 a.m. You're parked at a rest area in northern Minnesota. Outside, it's 30 degrees below zero. The nearest open truck stop is 40 miles away. The nearest hotel is out of reach unless you move the truck, and that means waking up fully, in the dark, on icy roads, driving a 75-foot rig. You wake up cold. You check the heater panel. Nothing. The bunk heater has stopped. You check the APU. It's dead too. And now reality changes fast. In extreme cold, a truck cab can lose heat at roughly 1 degree per minute once the system shuts down. Within 20 minutes, that warm space is gone. Within an hour, it becomes a real survival situation. This is not theory. Every experienced winter driver knows the same rule: never leave yourself without a way back into warmth. Because outside, even 5 minutes can feel like a different world entirely. That's why surviving a winter night in a truck cab doesn't start when the temperature drops. It starts weeks earlier, with preparation most people never think about. First, fuel. Standard diesel has a cloud point around 14 degrees Fahrenheit, where wax begins to form. Drop further to around 10 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit, and it can gel completely, clogging filters and shutting down both the engine and heating systems. The fix is simple but critical: anti-gel additives added before winter hits. Every driver carries them. Second, batteries. Cold destroys performance. At freezing, a truck battery can lose about 35% of its power. At 0 degrees Fahrenheit, that loss can reach 50 to 60%. That's why many winter-ready trucks run 6 to 8 batteries instead of 4, especially when supporting an APU and overnight systems. Third, tires. Pressure drops about 1 psi for every 10 degrees Fahrenheit decrease in temperature. That means a warm day at 70 degrees Fahrenheit turning into a freezing night at -10 degrees Fahrenheit can steal around 8 psi. On ice, that isn't just maintenance, it becomes a safety risk. And then there's something almost too simple to matter: thermal insulated curtains between the cab and sleeper. Around $50. Yet they can reduce heat loss by up to 60%, turning a 4-hour heater cycle into 8 hours of survival comfort. But here's what surprises most people. Ask drivers who've properly prepared for winter nights, and many will tell you something unexpected: they wouldn't choose the hotel across the lot. First, silence. In deep cold, everything outside quiets down. Sound carries less, snow absorbs noise, and the world outside fades. No hallway traffic, no doors slamming, no TVs through thin walls. Just the steady hum of heat inside the cab. Second, control. A hotel room is temporary, used by strangers before and after. The cab is personal. Temperature, space, routine, everything is set exactly how the driver needs it after months on the road. For someone living 250 nights a year in that space, control and consistency often matter more than luxury. So next time you pass a truck stop in winter and see those dark, frozen cabs, it looks different once you understand it. Those drivers aren't necessarily struggling. They're prepared. They're insulated. And in many cases, they're sleeping better than anyone in the hotel just a few steps away. Now think about it: if you were in that situation, what would you choose?